This video is about homework 32, problems 124 to 128. And with all of these problems on today's lesson, the measurable criteria I'm looking for is, can you figure out what the rate is? Here we're looking for miles per hour. Given that it's 10 miles in 40 minutes, and that simplifies, of course, to 1 mile per 4 minutes. But what I'm really looking for is for 60 minutes, or for 1 hour. And so here I don't have to cross multiply because the x is on the top. I need to multiply both sides by 60, in which case, if you do, you get 15 miles per hour. On these videos, you can speed them up or slow them down. You can run them at your own speed or stop them, pause them, so that you can capture what's going on. Again, we're looking for the miles per hour on this return trip. Well, you've gone a total of 10 miles, or 6 plus 4. And the minutes, well, you've got 36 and you've got 10, which is 46 minutes. So 10 miles per 46 minutes. What is that in 60 minutes? Again, we'll multiply both sides of this equation by 60 so that get the x by itself. And when you do this, you end up with x is equal to 13.04 miles per hour. Notice that 60 minutes is 1 hour, so it's miles per hour is my units. Hiking Mount Major, I start by drawing a picture. You have 716 as your altitude at the bay level, and 1,796 is where you are. So you're going to rise a total of 1,080 feet, and it takes you 45 minutes to do it. So how fast is your altitude going? What is your rate? Again, this is what we're looking for today, is to be able to calculate the rate. And this is a level 1 is what I'm looking for as far as the 4 levels of measurable criteria. If you can find the rate, you're on the board. You're at the basic level. So here we have 1,080 feet, 45 minutes is 24 feet. In this problem, which is different, it's not a rate problem, but it's one to review a little bit and to explain to you about how to deal with negative numbers when dealing with inequalities. We need to isolate the variable, get the x by itself, but you have to only use addition and subtraction. You're not supposed to use division or multiplication. And so we'll add x to both sides. Here, get 0 is greater than 2 plus x. Subtract 2, and you get x is greater than, no, negative 2 is greater than x. We go to graph this on a number line. Make sure that you get your directions correct. Of course, negative 2 is what it is. It's an open circle. It's not included. It goes to the left because the x is less than. Now let's check out 0. Does 0 work in our equation? Negative 3 minus 0 is not greater than 5, and it doesn't work on our graph either. Now let's say that you were trying to do things on your own without following the instructions. You divided by negative 1. In this case, you get x is greater than negative 2. And on the number line, it looks like this and goes to the right. Of course, 0 would be included, and we know that it's not because of what we did just before. So the important thing is, if you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to change the sign. So either don't do that or just use the addition and subtraction. This problem is interesting. 54 cents to 75 cents. The programs cost 54 cents. You're going to sell them for 75. Your profit is going to be 21 cents for every program. Now, the fans didn't come to the game. He had 100 unsold copies. How much did he pay for those 100 unsold copies? Well, for one of them, it was 54 cents, or $0.54 for each program. And he did this for 100 programs. So how much money did he spend on those 100 programs? Well, he spent $54 on those programs. So he would have lost $54 if that's the only programs he printed. But he says here that he lost $12. So that means that he made some money. He made some profit. Well, it wasn't a total profit. He made some money to get to the point of having only a loss of $12 instead of $54. How much money did he make from selling programs? Well, if you look at this, he made $42. Now, $42 is how much he made by selling a bunch of programs. So his profit here, let's see, 42. If you take the 42 and divide it by 0.21, you're going to get 200. That is $42 divided by 0.21 dollars per program is 200 programs. And the question is, how many did he have printed? Well, he had 200 that he sold, but he also had 100 that he didn't sell. So that's the total. On yesterday's problem, we had this trip, and I would like to know what is the average rate. And he's going to go for a total of 5 hours and a total of 210 miles. So if we look at this, starting at 0 hours per mile, I'm going to set up a table and do a delta x, which is 5 hours, and a delta y, which is 210 miles. We're looking for the rate, which is miles per hour. So I'll put the 210 divided by 5 and get my miles per hour, which is 42. This is my average rate. And this is what we're doing today, is calculating the average rate. Finally, this is your exit ticket. John Rex read a 480-page book. He had actually read 78 pages of the book because he had 402 pages left to read. And he did this in 1.5 hours. So what is his rate? Well, it's 75 pages per 1.5 hours. Now do the math. You plug it into your calculator, and you're going to get pages per hour. Well, this is 52. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Good luck and success.